Next, we are going to look at factoring trinomials. Trinomials have 3 terms, thus the prefix tri. All of these trinomials that I put up on the whiteboard have a lead coefficient of 1. When there's no number in front of the term, we understand there to be a coefficient of 1. Now, when our lead coefficient is 1, it makes our problem a little less challenging, but we will build up to factoring trinomials that have coefficients greater than 1, lead coefficients greater than 1. So I do this differently than Alex. I use what's called a trial and error approach, and it's really like a little puzzle. So if the trinomial factors, it'll factor to the multiplication of 2 binomials. And that first term in the original expression will get factored into these first positions, and this last term will get factored into the second positions in the binomials. So x squared, there's only one way that can factor, x times x. But 6, the last term, we have possible factors of 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. But we want to factor it in a way that if we remultiply the factored form, we will get the original expression back. So if we put in a plus 2 and a plus 3, if we were to remultiply this, we would get x times x, which is x squared, x times 3, which is 3x, 2 times x, and 2 times 3. And when you add up those 2 middle terms, these outers and inners must add up to give you back that middle term. So using that same kind of trial and error, and if we had mistakenly picked 6 and 1, it wouldn't multiply to give us the original expression back, so we would just have to try it again. That's why it's called trial and error. It's like a little puzzle. Multiply 2 binomials, that would multiply to give me x squared minus 7x plus 6 back. Well, x squared gets factored in the first positions, 6 will get factored in the second positions, and this time they're both going to have to be negative, so that my outers and inners will add up to give me negative 7x. And just for the sake of time, I will quickly do the last 2. X minus 8, x plus 3. And if you notice, our last terms will multiply to give us negative 24, but those outers and inners would add up to be negative 5x. And then the last problem, kind of hard to write at this angle, but x plus 9, x minus 3, and our outers and inners would add up to give us a positive 6x. If we remultiplied those 2 binomials, we would get the original expression back.